finished 4 Taraweehs, fasting the 4th day, must have read a bit of Quran, given some charity, prayed some Taraweeh. These things are the things we do. How many of you are the Kanji queue? So that's a daily routine we have in Ramadan for the next 25 to 26 days. Alhamdulillah. Enjoying the porridge at home? Food, different new names. Hi, please interact. Who is the youngest here? How old are you? Sit. 12. Okay. You? 14. And I think what about you, brother? 24. Yeah. So that's 12-year gap. So I have to talk in a way that the 12-year also will understand, the 24 will also understand. That's a difficult thing to do. If I have to speak to you 40, age of 40, then it will be difficult for you to digest sometimes. Anyways, what makes you come here today? How many of you are football players? You like football, you go out to play futsal. Okay, good. There's a reason I asked that. Let's say you're playing football, whether it's indoor, outdoor, it doesn't matter. Suddenly, two guys come and remove the goal post. Will you continue playing? You will continue? They remove the goal post. You know the goal post? Where you have to play the goal. So two guys come, carry that away. Will you play? Will you play? Some of you are. Why? No use playing. So what does that mean? The objective in the game is to score a goal, right? And if you don't have a goal post, pointless having a game. Some people laugh at football for different reasons. You try to get the ball, the moment you get it, you give it to someone. Cricket, 10 players after one ball. Huh? Anyways, in a football game, how long do you all play in futsal? One session will be not 90 minutes, right? Usually 10 minutes. If you are not going to commit 10 minutes without a goal post, if you are committing 1 hour in a lecture, it's important you need to have an objective. Various other reasons happen in your age, Yes, what is your objective? Let me listen to that so that I can, deliver the content accordingly, inshallah. By now, all of you you have to create your purpose, your goal now. Huh? Yes, what's your goal? In Sinhala they say ඔක්කොම යන්නේ ඒ වාලේ අපිත් යන්නේ no ඔක්කොම යන්නේ දේවාලේ අපිත් යන්නේ ඒ වාලේ. I don't know how to translate that in English. So all are going to the temple, so we are also going. Why are they going? We don't know. Be relaxed. It's just a discussion, that's it. 3 boys. I want 3 of you to tell me what makes you come here today. If you ask me, why did you come here today? If you ask me, I say I have come here to invest my time to reap something for my akhirah, where I sow some seeds for as sadaqatul jariyah. So I teach you something, you practice it, I get that reward. So that is one of my objectives. Another objective is through this short talk, I hope Allah will accept me and I'll be able to attain His pleasure. This is why I am here. Oh, it's your turn. Come on. I'm familiar with this. I don't know your name. What's your name? Hamza. Without you telling what, I can't continue. I will tell you a joke and then I'll come back to this. It's not a joke, but like a joke. There was this person, forgot his name. He was well known for his jokes. Not a stand-up comedian. He's well known. So one day, but he had stage fear. How many of us have stage fear? It's healthy to have stage fear. It's good. Okay. Ask me why later on, inshallah. So this man, he always avoided the stage. People knew about this, but people wanted him to deliver a speech. He tried his level best to avoid, but couldn't. One fine day, he got caught. He was brought, and there's a gathering, and he's supposed to address the gathering, but he doesn't want to do that. But he came forward, like he came in front of the audience, and he asked them, "Do you know what I'm going to talk to you about?" And everybody said, "I don't know. We don't know." He wants to avoid it, right? He said, "It's pointless me talking to people who don't know what I'm going to talk about." And he left. So people are like, now who is feeling embarrassed? Speaker or the audience? The audience. So first day they said no. So second day they thought, okay, let's get him again, but we have to get this guy to speak some way or the other. He came and he asked the question, "Do you all know what I'm going to speak about?" Then all of them had decided prior to coming to the event, we are going to say yes. And he said yes. Then he told them, "What's the point in me talking to people who know what I'm going to talk about?" And he left. And then they came the third, okay, they have to get this guy to speak. Again, they forced him and they got him to the majlis, gave him the platform. He said, "How many of you know what I'm going to talk about?" So they had already decided, the audience, half will say yes, half will say no. Now you give me what would have been his response. Smart guy. Yes.
He will say the known people should say the who don't know that.
He asked the question also. One group said yes, one group said no. He told those who know what I'm going to talk about, tell those who don't know. And he left the place. Now, can you get him down again? All three situations he escaped. But let's come back to what was our question? Why are we here? Please. Few of you. Alhamdulillah, there are about 30, 35. Why are you here? What do you want to attain? What is your expectation? Yes, elders first. Sorry? To gain more knowledge about Ramadan. Okay, good. So we have one answer to get more knowledge about Ramadan. You say something. I'll tell you answer. Yes. So that Nana, can call you Nana, right? What's your name, brother? Najran. So Najran Nana said that. What about others? Anyone feeling sleepy? No, right? Oh, that time is over. Khutbah was over. After Jummah is over. No? I won't ask the other person whether you are feeling. Are you feeling? No, it's not right. Okay. Anyway, I have to talk. So based on what the brother Najran said, let's develop on that, inshallah. We fast the month of Ramadan for around 29 to 30 days. Nobody fasts for 28 days. Nobody fasts for 31 days. Ramadan is either 29 or 30. Quran says, Ayyama ma'dudat. A fixed number of days have been given to you. That's it. Limited time. Already fourth one is about to finish. So we are left with around 25 to 26. This period has been given to us, this 29 to 30 days has been given to us to prepare ourselves for a 11-month long journey. Listen to it carefully. This month has been given to us in order for us to prepare ourselves for a 11-month journey. So how do we do that? Why do we need to focus on that is what we are going to discuss, inshallah. Okay? So in order for us to understand that, let's get into some examples. Is there any angel sitting here whom we can see with our naked eye? Anyone claims to be an angel? No, right? Allah's creations are three. There are many, but I'm just summarizing into three. One creation, Allah, that is, they are the angels. What is the first category? Angels. This creation has no desire and has no free will. Angels don't have what? Desire and free will. Free will means they have no choice. Allah didn't create that in them. So their nature is they only obey Allah, nothing else. Okay, you might ask, do they feel hungry? Do they feel thirsty? We start yawning in Taraweeh, but do they also yawn when they pray? No. Angels have not been created in that way. They don't have a physiological state, biological state, blood circulation, heart pumping, blood, hormones, nothing. 24/7 from the time they have been created, they only obey Allah, nothing else. Even for a millisecond, they don't disobey Allah. That's who angels are. Then we have a second category of creation. All of us know. The shaitan. Okay, what is shaitan good at? Who is hearing the word shaitan for the first time in your life today? Anyone? So all of us know. What is shaitan's job? JD. He is right opposite to the angels. His job is to disobey Allah and make others also disobey Allah. Okay? You all understand Tamil? Sorry, I'm speaking English. You all understand English, right, all of you? If you don't understand English, just raise your hands if there's a point which you can't understand. So shaitans, they always disobey Allah and they make others also disobey Allah. Now what is the third creation? Yeah, jinn, we have the good jinn, then there's the bad jinn, and then Iblis, shaitan comes from there. Right? What's the third category? You and me. Mankind. You and me. Us. As I ask, are there any angels here? I can ask that only that question. I can't ask the other one. So no, not right now. So you and I are humans. All of us are humans. Comparing with those two, angels and shaitan, who can tell about humans? Yes. Now I'm asking not about angels, I'm asking about you. You remember when we were in grade 2, we wrote myself. My name is Ahmad, I'm 6 years old. Now I'm asking about you. What is the nature in yourself? Very good. Repeat again. We have got, what's your name, brother? Yusuf, mashallah. We have been created with the instinct, that nature, to obey or disobey. We have desires. Yes or no? Imagine now you get the smell of some kanji or something. Like 1 hour, 20 minutes more. Isn't it? You see somebody at home, your father is bringing some samosas or some new name, news. You look at it and look at the time. The desire is there in us. That's natural. Whether you are young or old. Sometimes old people will say, Sini Sarilla. We have got Pachane brother. Have you seen? Maybe your grandparents. Konjam Sini Kodu. Konjam. What is that konjam? We will say konjam is not significant. You don't get the taste. Smart. For us, it is something. So we have desire. Now you get the smell of. The interesting part is some kanji or something. Have been given the choice to choose our actions. 1 hour, 20 minutes more. We have the freedom to choose what we want to do. Angels don't have that, but we have. So what does that tell us? That is why we have something called accountability on the day of Qiyamah. Because we had the option. We had the option to choose the right answer or wrong answer. In school, you deliberately give a wrong answer. If the teacher asks, why did you write this? You say, freedom of speech. It's going to work. I opted to that, but I know it's wrong now. Please correct me. You're accountable to the option you take. No teacher comes to your exam hall, your paper, when you're writing the paper and say, you have to mark A for that MCQ question. Do they say that? They don't say. They give the paper to you. Sometimes the supervisor leaves the hall also. Isn't it? Now you have the option. You have the option for you write the paper. But you know what I'm meaning, right? When the examiner leaves the hall, what desire comes to our mind at that time? We have the option. Imagine a student was caught doing the wrong thing in the exam hall, and if he was taken into accountability, the examiner calls him and what were you doing? What's that piece of paper under your table? What's under your shoe? What's written here? Are you having tattoos in your body? No. Are you going to say? That's freedom. You had the choice not to do it. You did it. Now you have to pay the price. Policeman stops after somebody commits a traffic offense. I don't think, though there are big boys here, no? So stops. Yes, sir. Red light. Freedom. Policeman is going to say, okay, sir. Can go. You had the option. You are supposed to stop. You are supposed to stop there. You have the brakes, you have the brains, which passes the message to you when it is red. I am supposed to stop. You didn't stop. Now you deserve a fine. No sane person will argue on that, isn't it? No sane person will say, come on, it's unjust. How come he stops? I know it's red light, but still nobody argues. When we have been given the choice, we are accountable. That is why you and I will be called into accounts on the day of Qiyamah. Angels will not be called because they didn't have any desire, they didn't have choice. Right? Okay. Now you understood this part? 3 creations? Clear. Let's move to the next point. Everything has an interconnection, so let's see how we connect it. We humans, as Brother Yusuf said, we have both natures now inside us. What is the biggest obstacle for a human to become Allah's friend? There are many obstacles. We are talking about the fundamental ones, the main ones. You can see the AC, the fan, it's working, right? But imagine somebody offs the main switch, will it work? So the root is somewhere inside this building, there is a switch. If you off it, everything will shut down. No matter you go there and you do all you bring the best wires, you bring the best technician, It's not going to work. Similarly, what are the main causes for us which serves as an obstacle from us getting close to Allah? In other words, we can call them two enemies. You like a person, I'll come to that again, for you to understand what I'm asking you. Do you like someone who pretends to be your friend but he's an enemy? Or do you like someone who portrays himself as your enemy and declares that he's your enemy? First or second? Who says first? Do you not understand the question? My question is, because the little ones, I'll repeat it again. Do you like someone who pretends to be outwardly your friend, but behind your back plots against you? First type. Second type of person is, he has come and told you that he is your enemy. Who is safe? Second one is safe, no? There is a dua in the Sunnah where Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked protection from a friend who is of the first category. Ya Allah, I seek refuge, I seek protection from a friend who will pretend to be my friend, but my enemy behind my back. Anyways, that's a different subject. So let's talk about the two enemies. So why am I talking about two enemies? When you know they are your enemies, you know how to handle them. Isn't it? When you know someone is your enemy, you know how to handle them. It solves most of the problems. Then you don't know who the enemy is, but you're still struggling to solve the problem. So who is the first enemy? For you and me. I am not an angel. I am also just like you. I was also seated like you when I was small. Shaitan. Shaitan is our first enemy. Okay? You want the second one now, or after talking about Shaitan, we'll go to the second one. You want the second one now? Inquisitive to know, huh? What's the second one? Nafs. Very good. These are the two biggest problems, challenges we have. Anyone who can handle these two, inshallah, they can become Allah's friend. Okay, let's see how to handle. What do we know about Shaitan? Just tell me what you know about Shaitan. Huh? He's a bad man. He's not a man. He's bad. Huh? He's saying he's bad angel. Then we go into the discussion about the creation. Good. He's bad. What else? Tell me about Shaitan. What do you know? What do we know about our enemy, Shaitan? We are talking about him because he's chained. No, he can't come out to attack us now. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, seek Allah's anger.
Okay, he has Allah's wrath and anger is upon Shaitan. Good. Why did that happen? Make it short. He refused to prostrate to Adam alayhi salam when Allah asked him to do it. From that day onwards, he was considered to be the most wretched one. That's the most suitable English word, I think, for that guy. The most wretched one. Shaitan rajim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani ar-rajim. Rajim means the accursed, the wretched. That is the adjective which describes Shaitan. Ash-shaitan ar-rajim. Good. What else? He was the teacher of the angels. Okay, good. Yes, add. What do you know about our enemy? He's bad. He incurred Allah's anger. He's a teacher of he was the teacher of the angels. Okay.
Make people to commit sins.
He makes people to commit sins. Okay, good. Shaitan. Let's say we are talking to ourselves. All of us have a shaitan in us. When Ramadan comes, you might have a question, or you might have asked the scholars about this as well. Are shaitans really there in Ramadan? Before we come to that, we sense that shaitan is absent during Ramadan. Yes or no? Don't we sense that? We are a bit more in our like a Sufi type, huh? Compared to the day before we sight the moon. And the moment we sight the moon, we have become very different. No? Do you think we'll be able to gather this crowd at this time in the masjid in a time other than Ramadan? I'm not saying I'm not saying we go and do wrong things outside. But during Ramadan, we sense that this guy is absent. The shaitan is absent. But remember, you might say, but still bad things happen, no? In Ramadan, still bad things happen. We also still fall into wrong things in Ramadan. First few days, we have a high, no, what is that high, what? The thought of determination, and we are very strong. But as the days pass, we are going down. Why does that happen? Okay, the way of the correct way of understanding this is according to the hadith. Amongst the shaitan there are leaders. They are the ones who are chained. What does that mean? The buddies, they are around us. Maradati shaitan, according to the hadith, the most wretched ones are chained, but they are subordinates to whom they assign the task to. The mini ones, those guys are around. They are with us in Ramadan. Okay? And that is with regard to the first enemy. What about nafs? I think in grade 10 Islam you would have learnt about nafs, isn't it? Tazkiyatun nafs and all that. I don't want you to go back to your O-level syllabus or anything, but just for information, we studied this. No? Tazkiyatun nafs, purifying the soul. What do you know about nafs? Yes, repeat. So our inner desires come out from our nafs. Can be bad desires. Some desires we don't like others to know that we are feeling inside. These are from the nafs. Having a roasted barbecue chicken leg. Nafs is craving for it. I am not making you mouth water in Ramadan, but I'm telling you, inshallah, within another 1 hour, 10 minutes, you'll be enjoying something. So don't worry. This desire is from where? From the nafs. Handling shaitan is one way. Handling nafs, how is it? It's inside, no? For you to know about your nafs, if you want to control your nafs, you or me, one of the best ways is let your nafs suffer in hunger. Some of us are feeling hungry now. Don't raise your hands. Some of us are feeling thirsty now. When we feel this hunger and thirst inside, our nafs is like, no, it's lifeless. 6:22 is azan. Okay? 6:20 or 6:21, your state. If somebody scolds you also, you're like, I'm fasting. Brother, can you stop? I'm fasting. 6:23, whatever. Something happened, right? The nafs, which is under control at 6:21, at 6:23, it is doing different things. Fighting for your brother is taking the samosa, hey, that's my share. But before that, take. I will get rewards. After? Huh? Give it to me. Yesterday also I shared with you. Nafs. This is how nafs work. Imam Ghazali rahimahullah, he says, in order for us to tame our nafs, one of the best ways is to treat your nafs with the correct amount of food. That's all. Please don't go home and starve today at iftar. Enjoy your iftar. But I'm telling you, this is how the nafs work. So the more we feed, our nafs becomes stronger and it controls us. When we don't feed, we control the nafs. So we need to strike a balance in between the two. Now, two enemies, how it works is clear. Now let's go into some good news. Okay. First is with regard to shaitan. How many of you are not scared of shaitan? It's a close-ended question. How many of you are saying, I can deal with that guy, inshallah? Hamza is brave. That's yours. Quran says, Inna kayda shaitani kana da'ifa. Indeed, shaitan's plot is very weak. How many of you, inshallah, we can beat shaitan? Raise your hands. So, according to the verse of the Quran, shaitan's plot is weak. May Allah give us that strength. Very weak. Shaitan's plot is weak. You will have a question now. How come? What do you mean weak? Okay, weak. How weak? If somebody invites you for something, say a friend says, bro, you're having a match, try to make it invitation, right? Try to come, bro. Last time also you didn't come. Please don't avoid this time, Start texting, convince your dada man, come on. He says, oh man, can't. He doesn't understand, and you message and your friend gave an invitation. Somebody calls you for a meal. Come, join. You have the option to decline, yes or no? Nobody is going to hold you by the neck. Eat. Will they do that? If you go to a wedding or when you go for a walima or a function, nobody holds you. Hey, eat that chicken. Eat. Finish it. Nobody says. They say, tinnenga. Potu tinnenga. Then you say, no, it's enough. I don't want. I'm done. Alhamdulillah. Okay, right. Then you go, right? I have never come across any function where they force you to eat. Have you come across any? No, right? Shaitan also invites us to sin. He doesn't force us to sin. Now, think about the invitation cards Shaitan has given us. Don't share. Don't share today. Share tomorrow. Yeah. Give my share, please. Tomorrow I'll give mine. Okay? He only gave you an invitation. Time for adhan. Now you're having your samosas and kanji and sharbat and all that. Now, must go for salah, right? Shaitan invitation. Hamza, last 3 days you went. Today it's okay. You pray at home. Think about it. Just consider. Hamza thinks, no. One Hamza. True, no. Last 3 days I went, no. Today I'll pray at home. I have to pray on time. Mama, where is the musalla? Why you're not going to the masjid? I thought of praying at home today for a change. Now who took the upper hand? Shaitan or you took the upper hand? This is how Shaitan invites us. Shaitan will never say don't pray. Shaitan say pray later. You're watching a match. Crucial moment. If you're watching cricket, nowadays it's T20 most of the time, no? Sorry? T20. One day also. So one day you have these last 5 overs. First batting, last 5 overs. So Any time you enter into a game, unless it's a test match or something, it's crucial, isn't it? You might be seeing a bowling change, new batsman in. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Now the shaitan will come and say, just watch this over. Pray, 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 Duha. Don't miss. Pray. You're a Muslim. Pray after this over. Pray after this over. Okay? Pray after this. This is only a whispering from shaitan. That whisper is an invitation. I say, you're not going to say, okay, I will watch this over and come. You're not going to say that. You're going to do it. After that over is over, maybe the last ball in that over, that batsman played a six. I think, the game is changing. This guy might win the game. Next over, there's a new bowling change. The guy who picked up the highest number of wickets in that match is now going to bowl. Now looking at that. After this over, this guy might take his wicket. Let's next over we'll pray. Next over. Next over. Next over. How many overs should have passed that? And then your mother or father come and yell at you, go and pray immediately. Oh, okay, I'm going. Some boys go, Allah, missed the wicket. How did that happen? The replay is going now. Whether you see it or not, that guy is destined to get out. He has got out now. Invitations are like this. You understand? Similarly, even for bad things, invitations are like this. Do this. Nobody is around. You don't. This is a golden opportunity. If you miss this, you won't get another one. Maybe don't do it for 10 minutes. Do it for 2 minutes. 10 is too much. Who's talking all this? All the whispers are from whom? Shaitan. When a person can fight back, attack the guy, say, here, come on. Don't come up with all these, monkey tricks with me. I know what you're getting at. Right? I know what you're getting at. I know you're Shaitan. Just let me go and pray. So when you keep breaking the spine of Shaitan, he gets mad at you. At one point, he becomes weak. But by now, you have understood his plots and plans. So that's one. On the day of Qiyamah, an interesting incident is going to take place. Shaitan is going to give a bayan. Maulavi only gives bayan. Shaitan also gives bayan. Yes, he will give a bayan. You know what he will say? In Surah Ibrahim, you can open and see. On the day of Qiyamah, Shaitan will look at us, the mankind, and say, Inna Allah wa'adakum wa'ad al-haq. In the worldly life, Allah had promised you some things. I also promised some things to you. But unfortunately, I couldn't stick to my promise. But Allah is going to fulfill His promise now. So what is that? What does that mean? Allah is going to give you Jannah. But I'm very sorry, I gave you false hopes. I won't be able to fulfill that. Then He will say, don't blame me. How is that? Don't blame me. La talumuni walumu anfusakum. Don't blame me, blame yourself. In Tamil, kayututa. Don't blame. He knows he's going to the wrong place. He's going to hell. He knows that. He's going to tell humankind, now don't blame me, blame yourself. The few verses before, the same verse, at the beginning he says, I only invited you, you accepted my invitation. In the worldly life, I only invited you, you accepted my invitation. Now don't blame me. I never forced you to do it. You had the option not to do, but you opted to do it. So now you pay the price. My destiny is also hell. But whether you come with me or not, I don't care, but I have to go now, but I will inform this and go. It's too late. Quran, Allah is most merciful. He's telling us early before that day comes. So these are shaitan works. Ramadan came. As I told you at the beginning, the main guys are chained, the other mini guys are running around. Right? So you can't get rid of them. The moment Ramadan is over, in this Ramadan, what we are supposed to do is, I've got 10 minutes left. Within 10 minutes, I'll wrap up, inshallah. During Ramadan, we are supposed to give us such a good dose, dose, A strong dose has to be injected into our system, which will help us to survive for the next 11 months. How is that? Heavy dose, isn't it? Ramadan is 29-30 days. The rest of the year is nearly 330 odd days. So what you are going to give now during this period should be enough for you to handle the challenges with the leaders of the shaitan for 330 odd days. Something to think about, no? Long journey ahead. Imagine somebody tells you, you have a journey, you have to travel 20 hours in the flight. Are you going to sit here in a corner and chill around? 20 hours, okay, mashallah, I can enjoy the first class in the flight. You're not going to take any provisions with you. You are supposed to get ready to where you're going to, right? What you're expecting. Imagine you're going for an exam. O-levels when? When is your O-level exams? Dates are not fixed. Fortunate. That's another suspense, you know. When you don't know the date, it's better. Anyway, somewhere around May, you will have the exams, inshallah. Those who are writing the exams. Will you be chilling now? No. You take things serious. Because your 11 years of struggle and study, you're going to put it there in the 3-hour paper. That to write that paper, you learned A in grade 1. That's reality. Without knowing A, can you go to grade 2? Without knowing to read 2-letter words, can you go to grade 3? Without knowing 5-letter words, can you go to grade 6? So your grade 1A is helping you after 11 years to write the O-level paper. So 11 years of practice, 11 years of striving, you write a maths paper for 3 hours and come. Our 29-30 days of striving is for 330 odd days to handle the shaitan and our nafs. How can we do that? Give you a few tips, inshallah. This is what you're going to take home now. Action plan. This is action plan. Number 1 is, all of us have a physical heart. Do you all agree? All of us have a physical heart. Do you all know that? Anyone wearing smartwatches, you can see the heart rate. That day one guy is telling me his heart rate is 62. So don't rely on the heart rates in your smart watches. 62 is supposed to be in the ICU. He's sitting with us and talking to us. So it's not reliable. All of us have a physical heart. Okay? Pumping blood. If that stops, that's the time for us to leave this world. Then along with that, Allah has created, all of us have a spiritual heart as well. What heart? Spiritual heart. Which hospital do you think we can go and check the health status of the spiritual heart? Do you know any hospital? No. What's this? New concept? This is a new concept? No, it's not a new concept. If you want to know about for you to know that there is a spiritual heart inside you, when you do good deeds, you feel happy, right? That happiness is from your spiritual heart. Sometimes when you slip and do wrong things, there's sadness now. You hit a dog which is sleeping. Don't do that, please. There was a masjid there was an issue. Boys who came for Taraweeh stoned the dog which was sleeping, because dogs don't play Taraweeh. So the poor fellow was sleeping. These boys got together and hit, rajam, throwing stones at shaitan in Hajj. And this dog woke up and, So youngsters who do that, they do it out of fun. It's a wrong thing to do. After he goes home, he starts talking to himself. Something is talking to him then. Why did you do that to that poor animal? Yes or no? That is the spiritual heart. So all of us have the spiritual heart. In Ramadan, we are supposed to focus on that spiritual heart. The more focus we give to that, balance 300 odd days, inshallah, it will be easy for you. So let me give you a few things so you can focus on. Now, first, medicine for this, what they sell in the pharmacy, those is reciting the Quran. Now you might wonder, okay, I'm reciting Quran, right? Everybody are reciting, I'm also reciting. So how does that affect the spiritual heart? Do you know the windscreen of a vehicle? The windscreen in front, you have the wiper and all that. When you don't clean the windscreen, after some time, what happens? It dust settle. You won't be able to see the path, isn't it? It's very difficult. Let's say you must be having bicycles. When you buy your bicycle for the first time in your life, the amount of maintenance, you wipe each and every spoke, isn't it? So you wipe. After some time, what happens? It's just lying there. Now what happened? It's corroded. Yes or no? It gets corroded unless it is stainless steel or something like that, different alloy. Then you are safe. But if it is steel, your spokes are going to get corroded. Your handle is going to get corroded. Your seat pole is going to get corroded because not maintained. Similarly, when our spiritual heart is not maintained, it gets corroded. In order to remove that corrosion, nowadays you have different types of chemicals now. The chemicals to remove the corrosion in the spiritual heart is, number one, Quran. Next time when you open the Quran to recite or memorize or whatever, remember this verse. قَدْ جَاءَتْكُمْ مَوْئِذَةٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَشِفَاءٌ لِمَا فِي الصُّدُورِ. A reminder has come to you from your Lord, which is a cure to the hearts. Quran cures the spiritual heart. Bring this to your mind when you recite the Quran. Bring this to your mind, and every verse you read, you tell Allah, Ya Allah, through this verse, please remove the corrosion in my heart. This is something to do mentally. Your mind is going to do this. We'll do that inshallah. Every ayah, every page, wherever you can, try to bring this to your consciousness. Then what happens? Like a detergent powder, it cleanses your clothes. All those pellam will go away, inshallah. Stains will leave your heart. That's one. The second thing we are already doing, I want to bring some life to what we are doing. Sometimes we are focusing a lot on the quantity of things, no? 10 juzu, 5 juzu, 15 juzu. What about the quality of the action? The quality should be there. Quality has to be there. So we need to focus on the quality. When we focus on the quality, the heart gets purified. Then comes the second point, that is salah. In your prayer, there are many things to do. We don't have enough time to go into that. I'm giving you primary level doses. Panadol, you have petty. Is there anyone taking one Panadol? No, right? The moment you hit 9 or 10, you take 2. Then there is one petta for the day. And those who are younger than that, Panadol syrup. Once those days, they used to have another syrup for infants. Panadol for infants, Panadol for babies, Panadol for those who are till 9 years, and then 4 different levels. Now, whatever I'm giving you now is like the infant's Panadol syrup. Basic level which you can practice easily, inshallah. Second thing is, few minutes left. In salah, in every posture, it's a bit challenging, but get used to it. Every posture in salah, let's say you start your salah, Allahu Akbar. When you start your salah, bring to your consciousness this particular thing. What is it? Allah is watching me. Allah is watching me. Allah is watching. You can change that once in a while. Allah is listening to me. Allah is listening to me. Allah is listening to me. Another thing. Allah is with me. Allah is with me. Allah is with me. Choose one of the three when you pray. Allahu Akbar thrice. Ruku, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim wa bihamdi, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim wa bihamdi. When you're doing it, bring this consciousness 3 times. Take time and perform your salah. Take time and perform your salah. By performing your salah, to whom are you doing a favor? By performing your salah, to whom are you doing a favor? To ourselves. What will teachers in school say? Boys, study, it is for your future, isn't it? They say that, right? You're not doing a favor to your father, your mother, your ustaz, for your imam, no one. You're not doing a favor to anyone by you praying. By you praying, you're doing a favor upon yourself. Because of that, you're investing on something for your benefit. So take time and perform your salah. If you're doing it for somebody else, just do it and just leave it. If you're doing it for yourself, you will take it to heart. Yes or no? If somebody says, finish this task, I will give you $100. But they tell you, but your work, your task, your job has to be perfectly done. You will get rid of distractions. You will take your time. You will not mind whether there is current or not. You will find Wi-Fi from somewhere. You will find coverage from somewhere. You will get your laptops charged from somewhere, isn't it? Because you're going to get $100,000 for a particular task. Because it's a benefit for you. Salah is a benefit for you. So take time and bring this consciousness, inshallah. Do these 2 things. Finally, I conclude with is, don't think you can attain all this with your own strength. You need Allah's help for this. Third point is, get used to the habit of talking to Allah. How many of you have spoken to Allah? MashaAllah, we have one brother. Dua is different. Conversing with Allah is different. The ecstasy you feel when you talk to Allah is very different. But to be honest, today all of us, including myself, we are living in a world where we want instant results. When you drop a message in WhatsApp, for example, send a message, the message reaches the other part of the world within a second, isn't it? We have got used to this instant lifestyle. You're feeling hungry, order something on Pick Me Bro, get something on Uber. Those days, we used to go and get the 3 wheels from the lane top. Those who are old will know, you know. But the 12-year-old will not know that. You go all the way to the lane top to get a 3-wheel, uncle. Or you wait outside your gate till one 3-wheel guy who came to drop someone came that way and you stopped him. Unknown. But now, you be inside the masjid, open your app, 4 minutes away. The result of your investment is very short, no? But can you expect everything like that in life? No. You want to finish your degree. You go to your professor and say, Professor, the world has advanced. You know, you want 4 years for the degree. Come on, that's too much. I can spare 15 minutes. Give me a degree, please. Like, they're not going to give that. There are certain things in life, it takes time for it to happen. You have an account where you save money. Do you think overnight you will have 100,000 rupees? No. Save 100, then you save 200, then you save 1,000, then you save 3,000, 5, 10, then it comes to 100,000 over time. Why I'm saying this? Sometimes our du'as also is the same thing. Ya Allah, give me this. Ya Allah, I want a bike. Ya Allah, for Eid. My dad told him, buy me a bike. Ya Allah, I want a bike. Ya Allah, I want a bike. I want a bike. This Eid I want. Last Eid I didn't get. I want this. This doesn't work. That's not the way we talk to Allah. Right? So in dua, give time for the dua to be accepted. Just like you can't get a degree overnight, you need to give time for the duas as well. So try to converse with Allah, talk to Allah. I have met youngsters, who have been struggling with some habits. They come and confess to the scholars. Couple of instances. They tell Sheikh, I'm struggling with this particular habit in my life. I want to come out. One of the best secrets, not secrets, an open secret we tell is just talk to Allah about the habit you have. Raise your hands and tell Him, Ya Allah, I want to get rid of this habit. I'm struggling. I don't know how to. I tried this. Nothing worked. But I have hope you will not leave me. Please help me. This is conversing. Ya Allah, I'm performing my salah. I have no concentration. Ya Allah, I'm thinking about my game, PlayStation. I'm thinking about the game I played just before playing. I'm very weak, Ya Allah. I can't concentrate. Please help me. Please help me. Please help me. It's the duty of Allah to open the door for a youngster like you. So, three things again. When you open the Quran, bring it to your consciousness. Ya Allah, through this Quran, cleanse my heart. While in Salah, try to bring one of the three thoughts. Allah is watching me, Allah is listening to me, Allah is with me. Tarawih is a good time for you to try this. Number three is conversing with Allah and making dua to Him. So there are some thoughts to share with. I think you all can take this, share it with your friends, inshallah. Practice it yourself as well. I can give you, now it's over. If you have any questions, you want to clarify, ask, feel free to ask. Usually youngsters have a lot of questions. Don't feel bad. How can I ask this question in front of everyone? This question has been running in my mind for a long time. Remember, I am not Mr. Know-All. If I don't know an answer to your question, you can take my number and ask, follow up with me, inshallah. But other than that, if you have any question, you can ask. It's open. And give you a couple of minutes, inshallah. Something related to what we discussed, something was not clear. The seniors, you should remember there is a system we have created. If somebody asks questions, it's bad. Some teachers don't like students to ask them questions, isn't it? You write what I give you, you do what I ask you to do, that's it. You're obedient student. If you ask a question return, it's bad. So sometimes we keep our questions to ourselves and then we look for answers in wrong areas. Yes, anything? Finishing.